Hi, did you know there's certain things that you guys should do every time at the end of the year? Stay to the end of the video and I'm going to give you exactly what to do. Hi, I'm Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, and I help hundreds of aspiring ATM owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days. Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Alright, so without further ado, the top 5 things you need to know at the end of the year to make your business successful. Number 1, the 1099. So, what we always encourage you to do when you're signing a location agreement is to get the W-9. Why do I get the W-9? You get the W-9 because at the end of the year, now, if they make $600 or more, you're supposed to give them what we call is a 1099 that says to the federal government, hey, this location made at least X amount of dollars. Let's say in this example, they made at least $700. You let the federal government know, then you're not responsible for that income, so it doesn't come back on you. But what I found out a lot of times in my business is I didn't get that paperwork. Now I had to go and chase those people down to get their EIN numbers so they can fill out a W-9 so I can send them a 1099. So this always became a headache. So I learned early on in the game, get that 1099 right away. When they're interested in getting the location, that's the best time to get this information. Because I always said I can't put the ATM in until I get that information. And they were always excited about giving it to me. Once the ATM's in a location, they're not so excited about giving me the information I'm looking for. So we get that in the early stages of the game, right before we put the ATM in the location, and this makes our job simpler at the end of the year. Point number 2, there's a thing called Section 179, which makes the ATMs in 2021 and some of the previous years 100% tax deductible if you're gonna buy that. So what happens is at the end of the year, you're looking at hey, you know what? You made a bunch of money. You're going to have to pay tax on that money. It'd be nice to, you know what? Buy an ATM. Then you can 100% deduct that, reduce your tax liability. Now you just bought an ATM, and so you don't have to pay so much in taxes. So the government and then Section 179 lets us take 100% of that equipment deduction so you can minimize your tax exposure. Now, if you choose not to, you can stretch it over 7 years, that's what they recommend. But right now, we can take 100%. So for me, I'd rather be able to not pay a bunch of taxes to the government. So we always, at the end of the year, we're always looking at buying 1 or 2 ATMs or more so we can minimize some of our tax exposure. So if you're thinking about starting your own ATM business, stay to the end of the video and I will show you our checklist of how to start the ATM business the right way and avoid costly mistakes along the way. In this checklist, I will share with you the 5 things you need to start your own ATM business so you can build a passive income source for your family. You'll have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success so you can earn between $250 and $1,500 of passive income every single month. So let's get back to the video. All right, so now you're successful, you're making money, and then the next question is, okay, what do I do with that extra money? For us, we've already established we're paying for a lot of our personal stuff. That's all done. We're making money. So what we choose to do with our extra money is we reinvest in the company. So what we usually do is buy ATMs and extra parts. Just because I want to have an extra stockpile of parts in case my ATM goes down, a keypad or something, an extra dispenser, or an extra cassette. So we reinvest in those type of things to make sure we have ample amount of supplies in case the ATMs go down. Point number 4, now it's the end of the year. Now, you know what? Maybe you didn't get that information. You didn't get that banking information. You didn't get that 1099. Now's the time at the end of the year. It always works real well to go into that location and say, hey, you know what? We're gonna change our system. We're gonna go in the new year. We're gonna start something new. We're gonna go to automatic deposits for your ATM account. But to do that, I'm gonna need a checking account or I'm gonna need an account number. I need your EIN because we didn't fill out the proper paperwork when we put the ATM in. So the end of the year is always a good way and a good excuse to get that information that you didn't do when we're starting out in the game. Now you're more confident, you know the owner, you're not so afraid of what's going on, and you can ask for it, and it usually works pretty well because you already built a relationship with this person. Sometimes in the beginning, I hear it all the time, people are like, hey, I'm a little leery of the store owner gonna give me their bank account, they're gonna give me their EIN. You know what, now that you've been in there for a long time, now it's a good time to get that. They usually will give it to you. It won't be any challenge. If it was a challenge at the beginning, now it's not because you built the relationship that you wanted to build in the beginning. And point number 5, this is the time of the year that we're looking at, hey, what locations are making money, what locations did. I'm looking, I've been in this location for 6-7 months. You know what? It started off real good. It's not so good. I got to think about moving that location. You guys should be doing this on a quarterly basis to look, hey, what location's making me money? How do I get a new location? And I'm going to take that location from this point and move it over there. The ATM business is not just put it down and be done with it. You're going to always have to keep on looking for new locations, and then you move and you always up your game. Level up, as we like to call it. Level up your game and make your business more profitable. This location, you know what, started off real good, it's getting slow, or this location started off slow and it's real good. I gotta make these adjustments. The end of the year is always the best time to start making adjustments so you can plan for the future, plan for that next incoming year. But keep in mind, you should really be doing this on a quarterly basis, but you guys might get a little busy, and you know what, now it's the end of the year. Please take a hard look at it and readjust. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to my free checklist entitled the ATM Business Income Passive Checklist. The top 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business, where I'll share with you the 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business so you can start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time with your family. Click the link down below and start your ATM journey today. Remember, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys very much.